Chapter 5. The Global Shift from Goods to Services. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Robert Kennedy. One real-world application where you can easily begin to utilize your new assertive communication style is as a consumer. As a consumer, you may encounter situations where you don't feel in control of the purchasing process. You may feel pressure by a pushy salesperson to buy something you don't really want, or you may encounter a problem with a product you bought and feel serious buyer's remorse. Assertive communication can help you in both instances, and we'll discuss them in this chapter. Not so long ago, customer service was considered an afterthought for many companies. They offered a product, but may not have really cared very much about a shopper's experience as he or she bought it, or what happened after the purchase if there was a problem. Today, consumers have many factors in their favor to help them as they shop and make purchases. First, retailers now want more than just your money. They want your loyalty. They want to make sure you continue to shop with them. As a result, they have put numerous systems in place should you have a problem with a product. You as a consumer have money-back guarantees, warranties, price matching, no questions asked returns and free return shipping as some of the safety nets behind your purchase. Retailers have a vested interest in your satisfaction to ensure you stay loyal. Furthermore, the world economy has changed the way customers purchase products. This shift has made companies realize that they must offer more than just goods to the global marketplace. They must also offer customer service to attract and retain their consumer base. It is not enough for businesses to offer feature-rich products. They need to provide excellent customer service as well. More importantly, the internet has changed the playing field. It has made the marketplace more competitive, allowing consumers to be more informed shoppers and giving them more opportunities to broadcast their opinions about faulty products and services. Less than 20 years ago, if you wanted to buy something, you went to a store in your local area and purchased it. If the store did not have the item you wanted, there was not much you could do. To find out if a product was safe and reliable, you were limited to your circle of family and friends for a critique. Now, if you want to purchase something, anything really, your options are wide open. You can go to a small specialty shop, a large department store, or online. If you want the product used, your options are even greater. You can do an internet search for it at home, or perhaps even better, stand in front of the product at the store, scan the package barcode with your smartphone, and see available pricing in and around your area. Beyond that, now you can thoroughly research your product by reading professional critics' reviews from online magazines and journals or customer reviews, often from store websites, internet retailers, or the product's brand website. The internet has really expanded the horizon for consumers. All of these fast-paced changes mean that there has never been a better time to be a consumer. However, you need to understand how best to deal with pushy salespeople or to negotiate pricing. After making a purchase, you'll need to know how to deal with a company's customer service department. Fortunately for you, you have the tool of assertiveness in your arsenal. Not so long ago, consumers' options were limited. Now they can do much more. How to be an assertive buyer. Even though a consumer's options are more open, making a purchase, especially a large one, can still be unpleasant. Depending on what you are buying and from where, you may encounter rude or difficult sales staff that neglect your needs or push you into a buying decision. This can lead you to purchase the wrong item while paying too much for it. As a buyer, assertive communication when making a purchase allows you to set boundaries for yourself so that you don't feel pressure to. Make an immediate purchase. Purchase something you don't want, or spend more money than you plan to. As in other areas we've discussed, an assertive consumer is neither passive nor overly aggressive. Passive consumers tend not to really know what they need or want and may not communicate effectively. This leaves the company representative guessing as to what he or she can do to help, which may mean that the company does nothing. Aggressive customers go in knowing what they want and need, but are willing to step on whomever they need to get it, which usually leads to long, painful discussions with customer service representatives who would be well within their rights to deny assistance after being verbally abused. An assertive consumer respectfully communicates what he or she needs and wants. This person is actually a dream customer for companies, which makes them eager to work with you to provide what you're asking for. To take the assertive route, here are some tips to communicate your needs and wants respectfully to feel more in control of the buying process. 1. Research the product you are looking to purchase. An educated customer is an empowered customer. When you research, you will have an idea of what is out there for the specific product or service. Your research will clue you into the different manufacturers, the prices retailers are asking, as well as the options that are available. By doing your research, you may uncover aspects of which you weren't previously aware about a product or service, but will influence your decision-making. You can go about your research a few different ways. You can begin by going online. If you can't find what you need from the internet, develop a list of questions that you can take to the store that sells the product to ask their salesperson. You can also research the brands or store's competitors to get more information. The more information you have, the better. 2. Determine what you need. After you do your research, you will be in a better position to discern your needs. You will have a handy awareness of the types of products and options that exist and how they can benefit you. Figure out what options you require, as well as the price you are willing and able to pay. You may be able to limit your search down to 2 or 3 products based on your must-have list and budget. You can consider these limits as non-negotiable as you pursue your purchase. 3. Determine what you want. You can consider this your wish list of features that you'd like to have in the product or service, but are not a deal breaker if you don't get them. Your needs are not negotiable, but your wants can change based on the price and terms offered. Take your wants and needs list with you as you shop, so that you're prepared to communicate with salespeople to remind them of what is and isn't negotiable as you move toward your purchase. 4. Use your brand loyalty as an asset. Many companies offer reward programs that give customers discounts, free items, or even special financing. You can get everything from free flights or hotel nights to special sales that aren't available to the public by using loyalty programs wisely. Another area some customers overlook is their credit cards' loyalty programs. Many offer discounted shopping sites online, allowing you to use your points to pay for items, or they offer a cashback program that equals money in your pocket. Some credit cards even offer to extend the warranty on purchases beyond the original manufacturer's warranty if you paid for the item with that card. 5. Ask, ask, ask. If you don't ask specifically for what you need and want, you're not likely to get it. If you want a red dress, but see a style you like only in grey, ask if it's available in red. It's especially important to focus on the tone of your voice to ensure that you don't sound whiny or angry, especially if you're speaking to someone on the phone. One crucial step for assertively communicating on the telephone is always to ask for the representative's name and extension number, if possible. If your needs and wants are not being met with, "We can't do that," from a representative, ask what the company can do for you. 6. It is okay to say no. If you are not interested in making a purchase at the moment or at all, you do not have to. Sometimes you may feel obligated to make a purchase if a salesperson was nice enough to take care and spend time with you. However, remember from the rights of assertiveness. Although you may feel concern and compassion and goodwill for others, you are not responsible for their happiness. If a salesperson has been helpful, that is their job. That is what they get paid to do. Additionally, many salespeople, especially really good ones, use this indebtedness people feel to guilt them into making a purchase decision they don't want. Often, the sales associate will pretend that he or she is your best friend, so you feel even more indebted to them. More often than not, these are well-known tactics used by well-trained salespeople. You don't have to fall for their manipulation. You have every right to walk away from a purchase decision without feeling bad about it. 7. The power is on your side. As a purchaser, all the power is on your side. This is the most important tip. You are the one holding the money. Until you make a payment or sign a contract, you have the upper hand. If you don't like the terms of the purchase, you can simply take your business elsewhere. A helpful trick to keep a seller from pressuring you to relinquish this power is to leave your wallet or purse in the car or at home when you go shopping. That is, if you feel walking into a store that you may not have the self-control to say no to a pushy salesperson, go in without any form of payment. This way, you can't be pushed into making a purchase because you have nothing on you with which to pay. If you do decide the purchase is right, you can walk out to your car or back home to get the money. While walking out, reflect on the decision to make sure you are not jumping the gun. If you decide that you are in fact jumping the gun in making the purchase, you don't have to go back in. You can simply drive away to the next store or seller, or even back home to mull things over. Above are some tips to keep the power on your side as a consumer. Let's look at an example of how you can use these tips the next time you make a purchase. Let's say that you are in the market for a new car. Before going into any random dealership, do some research. Learn about the different types of cars such as SUVs, sedans, minivans, and/or crossovers that are out there. Take note of the relative price range you can expect to pay for each variety. In addition, find out the various options that are available within each class. Furthermore, research the numerous companies that manufacture these cars to determine their reliability. Once you've done your research and are aware of what is out there, narrow in on your needs and wants. You may find that your needs include a car large enough to fit everyone in your family, but with a price tag that does not exceed $29,000. Moreover, you live in Chicago where it snows a lot, so you need a car that is either four-wheel or all-wheel drive. Conversely, options like a sunroof and heated seats are things you want, but do not necessarily need. They may help to sweeten the deal, but you can do without. After you determine what you need and want and have a price range in mind, pick out a few dealers in the area that sell that particular brand and model. Go in and talk to them about the car, but remember not to bring your wallet or purse in with you. You should go to the dealers armed with the following: a printout from a reputable website such as Edmunds.com showing the dealer's average cost for your car so that you can make a fair offer. $1,000 over dealer's invoice is generally considered a fair offer, but may vary with the market and car type. A specific list of the features you want, from engine size all the way down to paint and interior colors and the type of wheels you like. Your financing options. You should know your credit score and find out what finance rates you can get through your own bank before you explore financing the car through the dealer. If you are paying cash, you will have an additional bargaining chip on your side. With the following tools, you can then begin to negotiate the purchase of your new car. The conversation might go like this: James, I'm interested in this Jeep Cherokee and would like to discuss what your company can offer me in terms of features and pricing. Once James has made you an offer, if it isn't what you want, you could say, I know that your dealership has paid around $27,000 for the car, and I'm willing to offer you $28,500 if you're willing to waive the delivery fees. Once James has had a chance to respond, you can continue to assert yourself on other matters by saying, I have my credit score, which is excellent. I've also checked with my bank, and they're offering a very competitive financing rate. If you would like my business, is your company willing to match that rate? You could also ask the dealer to include items such as an extended warranty, complimentary maintenance, or add-ons such as dealer-installed features to sweeten their deal. As an assertive buyer, you hold the power to ask for what you want respectfully and see how the seller responds. Realize you will not always be able to get everything you ask for. Often, a company will genuinely be unable to fulfill your request. For example, many car manufacturers do not offer luxury options like leather or heated seats in their lower end, less expensive models. It doesn't mean that they are trying to manipulate or take advantage of you. It simply means that they truly don't have that feature or service available. Not only are they unable to offer it to you, they are unable to offer it to anyone else. As a result, you may need to reassess your needs and wants. Also realize that your needs and wants ought to be reasonable. If your maximum budget for a new car is $29,000, asking for a 7 Series BMW at that price is unreasonable. The greatest assertiveness skills will not make that happen. Being an assertive buyer means getting what you want without being taken advantage of. It doesn't mean getting what you want to the extent that you take advantage of the seller. Sellers are in the business to make money, not to hand out charity to the most demanding individual. Nonetheless, you should not allow yourself to feel pressured by a salesperson or representative to make a purchase or accept an offer that you're not comfortable with. If your needs aren't being met, or if the sales process is moving too fast for your comfort, remember that an assertive consumer always retains the right to say no. You don't need to apologize for that, or feel that you're disappointing someone, or that you're going to miss out on something if you're just not ready to make a purchase. Say, no thank you, and move on to the next dealer on your list. You can apply the above techniques with any buying decision, no matter how big or small. Do your research, find out what is available, determine what is negotiable and what is not. Be firm, yet polite, and be willing to walk away. Communicating assertively. When product service does not work. Okay, so you made a purchase. You used your newfound skills to buy exactly what you wanted at the price you wanted it. Everything was going great, but then 6 months into using the product or service, you began experiencing issues. When a product or service does not work or stops working as promised, you don't have to accept it as your loss. You as a consumer have rights that protect you. However, you will have to employ some assertiveness to uphold those rights. Communicating assertively when something has gone wrong can help an otherwise difficult and frustrating situation be one where you feel in control and can calmly tell the company how to resolve your problem. Here are some general tips when dealing with a company after you've made a purchase and start having problems with their product. 1. Understand the malfunction. First and foremost, determine the problem or malfunction. If something is not working, it is important to understand what that is. Does the device not power on? Is there a glitch in the software? Are the buttons not functioning, or do the menus not respond as intended? If you can figure out the exact issue, it will help you out. The more information you can provide, the better the company can assist you. 2. Gather your documents. Purchase documents are important in dealing with a claim. Everything from receipts to warranty certificates to an offer the company makes to resolve your problem is important. Don't rely on the company to have all your purchase information on file. 3. Ask for the next level of appeal. If the person you are dealing with, either on the telephone or in person, isn't willing to work with you to meet your needs and wants, you can ask to speak to the next level of appeal. Many people make the mistake of immediately demanding a supervisor who is over the whole department, but in doing so may remove a few layers of opportunity for the company to satisfy your request. It can be difficult to have to repeat your story, but patience and persistence can be your allies in this case. 4. Keep climbing. If indeed the company still hasn't resolved your problem after another level or 3 of appeals, don't give up. You can get information about nearly anyone in the company, all the way up to the CEO or owner. Using your documentation skills as mentioned in tip number 6, write a certified letter or send an email to the appropriate person in charge. You can set your email to send a receipt so that you'll know it was received and read. Then, follow up a day after you receive notice that your email or letter has been received. This step may seem extreme, but if your problem is an expensive fix, this step can be crucial for a resolution. 5. Always be respectful. You may be exasperated by talking to so many people, but don't allow your frustration to turn into disrespect. The person on the other end of the phone is in a position to help you and doesn't deserve the brunt of your anger. It's perfectly okay to say, "I'm really frustrated by this situation. Is there something you can do to help me?" This is honest, yet respectful. 6. Never say die. Be firm, be polite, and be clear and unrelenting. This does not mean that you should call the company every hour until they resolve your problem. You can call once a day or once a week to check on a larger problem if appropriate. Just as you have the right to say no, remember that you also have the right not to accept no from the company. You may not get exactly what you were after, but compromise may be attainable, and that's probably more than you had to begin with. You also have alternatives outside of the company. Advocacy groups such as the Better Business Bureau exist for the exact purpose of helping customers and businesses resolve problems. 7. Keep detailed records. Records can be crucial to helping you document the process of dealing with a company. It's usually helpful to create a document file to store these items if you are dealing with an extensive process such as warranty issue, banking error, or an insurance claim. Again, don't rely on the company to keep records for you. Be your own advocate. Given these tips, let's consider how you might approach a situation assertively when your product is in need of repair but is recently out of warranty. In this situation, let's say your dishwasher is broken but is 6 months out of the labor warranty. It's going to cost you $75 just for the repairman to come to your home to find out what is wrong. What you need is a dishwasher that will work. You want the manufacturer to pay for the labor costs of the repair, as the parts are still covered by the warranty. To communicate assertively with the company, you could call their customer service number. You would then use assertive language to explain what you need, a dishwasher repair, and what you want, the company to pay for the labor costs of the repair. Your side of the conversation could go like this. "Hello, may I have your name, please?" "Thank you. I'm having a problem with my dishwasher and will need a repair." "Yes, I realize that this product is out of warranty. I'm disappointed that it is having a problem when I've owned it for less than 2 years. I've called you today because I've been a loyal customer to your brand. I own 4 other appliances from your company. I am requesting that your company help pay for the repair." "Yes, I realize the parts are covered under warranty. My concern is the labor costs. I want your company to pay for the cost of the labor to repair the dishwasher. I am willing to pay for the service call." In the above example, you used the following assertive communication assets. You were respectful and got the representative's name. You stated right away what your need was. You emphasized the fact that you have been a loyal customer to the company. You then clearly stated that you want the company to pay for the labor portion of the repair. Your tone throughout was calm and clear. Now let's look at the same scenario with a passive communication style. "Hi, I think my dishwasher has something wrong with it." "Oh, I didn't know it was that old. Can you do anything?" "No?" "Well, I'm very disappointed." The lackadaisical attitude of this passive conversation shows that this person lacked respect. He or she just forged ahead with stating the problem and didn't ask the name of the representative. This could prove to be a mistake if that information is needed later. Didn't prepare very well for the conversation. He or she didn't know the age of the dishwasher or what specific service he or she needed or wanted. The caller just wanted anything. Did not assert disappointment further. He or she could have continued to insist on an unwillingness to take an inflexible no and asked what the company could do. Instead, the caller gave up, gave in, and didn't resolve the problem. An aggressive personality is only concerned with getting what he or she wants by any means necessary. The aggressive communicator might say this: "Yeah, I've got a repair person here right now, and he says that this repair on my dishwasher is going to cost me $150. That's almost half of what I paid for it. I don't care that it's out of warranty. Your company should have made a better product. What are you going to do about it? Because if you don't pay for this repair, I want your supervisor right now so I can explain the rotten job that you're doing helping me. This person is so aggressive that he or she is showing little to no respect for the company representative, but instead is angry and shouting from the start. He or she is demanding what an agreement without giving the representative a chance to speak or ask questions. He or she is escalating the situation by asking for a supervisor and making threatening comments to the representative without giving the person a chance to provide assistance. You can imagine how difficult it can be to get anything accomplished when approaching this situation with passive or aggressive behaviors and communications. Look at your problem from the perspective of the company representative. Just imagine what it must be like for this person, having to talk to 5 or even 15 aggressive, angry customers. You'd want to talk to someone respectful too. You don't have to become this person's friend. You just want the company representative to be your ally in whatever matter you're trying to resolve, and treating that person with respect is a great way to begin. Passive consumers aren't sure of what they want and aren't willing to work to get it. Aggressive customers focus only on pushing others around and usually run out of communication tools as soon as they lose patience. The assertive consumer can best be described as someone who knows what he or she wants and is willing to pursue it respectfully and persistently. If you use assertive communication, you will have an armory of tools at your disposal. Maintain your poise and dignity. Get what you need and want. If you respectfully, assertively communicate as a consumer, you're much more likely to be satisfied with your purchase or resolution to your problem.